We got some Dave's Killer Bread. Eggs with turkey mixed in, a little bit of ham as well, and some spicy salsa to go with. I don't know if you can tell, but I love to eat, man. Cash money. Woo. I like that. Oh. Alright, let's get on with this then. Hi, my name is Maxwell. Oh shit. Hi, my name is Maxwell Collier. I'm 21 years old. I'm currently residing in sunny San Diego, California. A little bit about myself. I'm working part-time as a dessert chef at Fogo de Chao. It's a churrascaria. A what? The lady on Google Translate says churrascaria. She says it like that. If you don't know what a churrascaria is, it roughly translates in English to Brazilian steakhouse and salad bar. What you do when you eat there, you pay a set price of like 60-ish bucks. Grants you access to 14 different types of meats. The meats are cooked on a rotisserie roaster and closely monitored by this team of people. And these people, what are they called? Gauchos. They're rotating it to your table. When that certain meat is done cooking, they'll take it out of the oven, bring it over to your plate, slide some off, still sizzling off of the roasters. Fucking schmacky, dude. Quite the Brazilian dining experience. You might want some dessert to finish your meal with, which is where I come in. I make all the desserts. I make the Brazilian limeade as well. That's for the most part what I do. I graduated from Sarah in 2017. Went my first year in college to Cal State University of San Marcos. Didn't do so hot there. Started fresh at San Diego Mesa Community College in fall of 2018. I'm currently finishing up my last semester at Mesa before I transfer down to Southwestern Community College's dental hygiene program. So I'm planning to become a dental hygienist, and right now I'm finishing up my Associates of Biology at San Diego Mesa. Kind of my past in sports. I grew up playing soccer pretty much ever since I can remember. I played rec until I was old enough to play club. When I got into middle and high school, I played for school and club at the same time. Also in middle school, I started running track and field for a club, then eventually did it in high school as well. Also in high school, I picked up downhill skateboarding. It was freshman year, and I met my friend Ian, and he introduced me to downhill skateboarding. We just had a ton of fun kicking it and skating down hills in our neighborhood. It was a lot of fun. I managed to get good enough at it without incurring any serious injuries. As running got more serious throughout high school, I stopped skating as much, didn't end up picking downhill skateboarding up again until about 2020. And once I got into high school, my focus each year shifted more from soccer more towards running. It wasn't really that I lost interest or didn't like playing soccer anymore, but more because of the fact that I wasn't really getting any playing time. I still really enjoyed playing soccer, but I figured I'd get more out of my time running than I would sitting on a cold bench. In my senior year, I decided to drop soccer, decided to do running full-time. I can't say that last year of full-time running really helped me all too much, but it definitely helped spark the fire for running. After my first year at Cal State San Marcos, didn't go super well, so to start fresh at San Diego Mesa Community College. I started running for their cross-country and track program. I had an amazing time. I joined just at the right time where there were quite a few talented athletes that didn't really know where they wanted to go as far as a four-year university, so they decided to do Mesa. And I had the privilege to train with a lot of amazing athletes, really great guys and gals, and the coaching staff was just top notch as well. Couldn't have asked for much more. I had a blast, and I think it really gave me a lot of valuable experience in endurance training. When 2020 happened, my last track season was cut abruptly short. I had the choice to continue training mostly on my own, but with all the circumstances that came with COVID and 2020, ultimately I decided that another year wasn't for me. Brief history as far as bikes go. I rode when I was really young. Never really rode seriously. It was always just something I had in the background, but always got pushed to the side from other sports like I said, soccer and track. Cycling wasn't really on my mind, and I had a ton of fun on the bike, and it was always super fun to me, but I never really pursued that. And since I was younger, I think I just kind of took it for granted and didn't really realize how much fun I was having when I was on a bike. Just putting around in the cul-de-sac in the street here, doing little bunny hops and skids. When I got done running at Mesa in 2020, I decided I'd pick the bike back up. So I bought this really blinged out older titanium frame road bike. I rode that titanium bike for about a month, and then it ended up cracking. Couldn't find anywhere to fix it. I looked around and found another bike. I found a pretty sweet deal on a Giant, and that's what I'm riding now. It's been really solid. I'm pretty rowdy on a bike. Not running tubeless setup. I'm running tubes, so I get flats pretty easily. Besides that, I don't have any complaints with the bike. It's been really solid. I've had a ton of fun on it. I think I'm going to continue to have a ton of fun on it. Cycling's brought me a lot so far, and I think it's still got a lot to give. And then towards the end of the year, I'd wanted a full suspension mountain bike since probably middle school, and I just couldn't afford it, and so finally I got the dream of owning a full suspension bike. So it's really awesome, and I feel really grateful and privileged to be able to afford that. I feel very lucky for that. Columbine, just looking at the elevation graph and some of the other climbs that are on route is just like, Jesus, man, like how am I gonna do this? If I really set my mind to it and really put a goal down, I think it's technically possible that I could get to Leadville and maybe race. I don't know if I'd finish. Factoring the elevation and the hills, the possible weather conditions, then the fact I'd have to fly all the way out there, I'd have to fly my bike out there. I don't know how it would go, but I'm assuming it would be pretty rough. I don't think there's really been too many things that have really cracked me yet. I think Leadville might be one of those things that could do that. If somebody came up to me and said, Max, you've been cycling for about 8 months now. Have you thought about any races? I don't think the first race that would have just popped off the top of my head would have been Leadville, but now that you mention it, I don't know, man. I think I really enjoy doing it. When that ground up video came up and I started watching it, it's like within the first second I pooped my pants. You guys are doing what? What you guys are doing here is really awesome, and it really is the opportunity of a lifetime, and I would just love nothing more to be a part of it. I would be so stoked. Not only would I reach the finish line of the Leadville, but I'd do it with a smile on my face, having fun, just getting absolutely wrecked, because it looks really hard. If I could make any sort of an impact on the cycling community or the non-cycling community, people that maybe have kind of wanted to try cycling but they're not really sure yet, or that looks fun. That's really what I want at the end of the day, is more people to try cycling. Riding around on a bike is fun, and it's not hard or grueling. It doesn't have to be some torture you go out and make yourself do. to get fit. It's like, it's fun, and watching Education First Gone Racing guys and the GCN guys, Lachlan Morton, and how much fun they have with these, these brutal events. If I could do that as well, if that inspired others to get on a bike and to try it out, or just to have more fun on a bike or do more stupid things on a bike, then that would be a win for me. It really is a chance of a lifetime for three athletes, whoever you guys end up going with. I'd really like to have an impact on people in a positive way, like other cyclists have had a positive impact on me. That's why I want to race the Leadville 100. Thank you for considering my application. I hope I seem like a good fit, and I hope to be hearing from you guys soon. Thanks Alexi, thanks Ryan, and thank you again to all the sponsors. It is Sunday the 21st today. The video is going to be due in 6 hours from now. I contacted my friend Daniel Ledesma on about Wednesday. He was up at California University of Riverside, about 2 hours north. And I'm like, hey, can you help me film a few shots so I can enter in this contest? And he was no questions asked, all hands on board right away. Came down to San Diego and helped me film a lot of the more dynamic shots you're seeing in this video. So without Daniel, I really wouldn't have been able to do this video up as nicely as I did. There are actually a few ideas and details that he helped out with as well, so this video wouldn't be anywhere near what it is without his help. So thank you, Daniel. Also, I want to give a big shout out to all the guys at Fogo that I work with, all my co-workers there. If you guys are watching, I just want to give a big thank you and shout out to you guys as well. You guys didn't have as much of an obvious role in this, however, I get to go into work and I look forward to the night ahead of me because of who I'm working with, and not a lot of people have the opportunity or privilege of being able to say that. I wouldn't be able to do what I do as well as I do without that good group of co-workers and that support group. Daniel, all the great people I have around me at Fogo, my parents, my sister, obviously wouldn't have anything at all if I didn't have my parents. So yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to the great support group who helped me to do what I do. Thanks guys.